friends. Welcome back to Summer Shorts, Marriage in 10 Minutes.
Come on. Successful. I'm liking this.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
This is our episode 2,
Yeah.
and we're talking about the most dangerous phrase in marriage.
Hey, so, honey, how are you doing?
Fine.
Man.
Or what's wrong?
Nothing.
Yeah. We both know.
Yeah, because we played that
wrong.
before. Yeah. Like we've done that. We know that.
And oftentimes we both know that you're not just fine.
Mm-hmm.
There is something wrong. But sometimes it can be true, but a lot of the times it's kind of like a shortcut as a way to like avoid a difficult conversation, like a way to avoid like burdening your spouse, especially if they're going through a difficult time. You know, you don't want to heap more onto them. And it's also a way to avoid emotions that you don't fully understand yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's where I probably fall into most, because it's like I'm such a verbal processor. And if I haven't had time to process out my emotions, it's like my default answer is I'm fine, because I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah. And my fine and nothing is not wanting to burden you with my stuff.
Right.
And wanting to deal with it myself and kind of walk through that. So there is a safety in it. You think it's safe.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually end up like that, which is
because
the
what
bummer.
you're doing is you're thinking that you're protecting you in the moment, but ultimately what it's doing is it's creating distance over time. It's like, because I'm fine, it's like I haven't let you into my world or like what's going on internally. And so it's like, why do we say I'm fine when we're clearly not?
Yeah, I mean, one of those things, it's one of the things that's going on is most people aren't trying to be dishonest. They're trying to give an answer, but they're not necessarily comfortable with what that answer is. And I think you said it too, not even know how to describe how I'm feeling. So it's almost like a placeholder. For some people,
Right.
it's I don't know yet. It's almost like the word like. It's just a filler.
Are you calling me out?
Yeah, no, it's just a filler, right? We maybe we don't want conflict. Maybe we don't want to get into the conversation right now. But there are ways of communicating all of those things. There's a way to communicate the feelings that you're having for not wanting to have the conversation. Instead of using the word fine, you could communicate other ways that could give you the same result of what you're trying to get. Fine is maybe communicating, I don't want to talk right now. Well, what if you said, can we talk about this later or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like your spouse can't support you when they don't know what's going on. And unspoken feelings can like lead to that resentment.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest point, and we've talked a lot about this, is that when you're not communicating, your spouse then creates stories. So it's like
They fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. She must be mad at me. He doesn't care. Or the other way is, okay, I guess everything's fine.
And how dangerous could that be? If the one is saying everything, sure, yes, fine. And then you think, okay, well, I guess everything, when you're feeling like, I feel like there's really something, and now there's all these unsaid dynamics that now just kind of create a very difficult situation.
Yeah, your spouse can't respond to the feelings that you've never shared. So
you can blame them, though.
Oh, yeah.
You can blame them, though.
Because they should have known.
If you loved me enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that we should be saying instead?
Okay, so instead of saying I'm fine, what if we try these? Like, I'm stressed and still processing it.
I love that.
Right? Like, so I'm acknowledging the reality of what I'm feeling, but I'm still working through it. Things like, I could use some encouragement right off the bat, right? Like, how are you? I could use some encouragement. Can we talk about it later tonight? See, these are little phrases that aren't going to start a fight,
Right.
but they are communicating to your spouse really kind of where you are, saying that you've had a hard day. See, that is, if you go back to our first summer short, you're going to find that these are conversations, little questions that you'll learn in these like little 5-minute check-ins. But fine, as habitual as fine is, it is a relationship killer, because you're hiding and you don't need to hide.
Yeah, you're not allowing your spouse in
Yeah.
and into your inner world. So it shuts them off and it almost builds up like a fence on your map.
Because, yeah, remember, small vulnerability creates big connection.
Right.
So you saying, I've just really had a hard day or I need some encouragement, man, that one really spoke to me because I'm like, I do need encouragement sometimes. I've never said that statement.
No, and
Ever said that statement.
And for me as a spouse, I would really like to hear that because I don't encourage naturally. And so if I heard that, then it's like it would allow me to kind of pull up those gifts and be like, okay, I need to be intentional about this in this moment.
Small moment can create a big connection.
Yeah.
Man.
And then when the spouse does finally open up, we really have to resist the urge to go into fix it mode, like correct it or defend yourself, all of the things that then would shut them down again. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create that like emotional safety.
Yes.
So, one spouse may not need like a solution. They need to like just know that you're understanding them and you're hearing them.
Yep.
So some of the things that you could do is you could ask, do you want me to listen, encourage, or help solve this? Because those are
like right off the bat.
Those are three options that most of the time we're doing one of them.
Yeah.
And really, if your spouse isn't needing that in that moment, it could cause them to shut down. So asking, do you need me to listen, encourage, or help solve this?
That's great.
It's so great. So what happens when couples create a habit of honest communication?
Well, for starters, emotional intimacy, which happens in these type of real communications, grows through that honesty.
I love
not
that.
through fine.
Yeah.
Fine is, again, a placeholder. But if you said, I've had a hard day and I need some encouragement, that right there, intimacy is built because you've opened yourself up. Now your spouse can maybe meet the need. Maybe they can go to that. It also works because vulnerability, again, creates connection. And then this is one of the better ones. Small conversation prevents larger disconnection.
Which goes on top of our episode last week.
Yes.
When we were talking about just like the 5-minute meeting.
Check in. Just a real quick check in.
Totally. And it's like, again, we're all about communication. What the I'm fine statement shuts that communication down.
You're communicating when you say I'm fine. You're communicating a lot.
I say I'm fine a lot.
No. When you say I'm fine, that's my door of like, oh, we got some digging to do here, which isn't helpful.
Last week you asked me something and I was like, oh, I'm fine, and you were like, there's that word, and it was funny because it's like I was really fine. The way that it came out of my voice didn't sound like I was fine, but I actually was.
Yeah, that's the door in our marriage of invitation to more discussion.
Right. All right. So just like we did last week with the summer short, we're doing it again this week, and we're going to have a weekly challenge.
Here we go.
So for the next 7 days, when your spouse asks how you're doing,
we
don't
go.
automatically say, I'm fine.
Yep.
Instead, share one honest sentence. And it could be, I'm excited about, I'm worried that, I'm frustrated by, I'm grateful for, I'm carrying a lot today.
See, easy sentences that communicate something to your spouse that they could take in. Oh, that's so great.
And what it does too is it attaches a feeling and an emotion to whatever is going on in your world, which that's what I really like. So it's like if I was going to say what I was communicating like today, I would say that I'm really grateful for just where I'm at currently. And that's what's going on in my own inner world.
So good.
And so instead of just saying, how are you doing? I'm fine. Or it was a good day, or it's fine. It was not busy. What I've just done by saying, I'm actually really grateful for what's going on. Now it allows you to understand what's going on inside.
Exactly.
And you're hearing part of my heart. And maybe you could even be like, well, what made today different than yesterday? Because something's different today.
Yeah.
And so it's like what it does is it just creates that emotional intimacy again, and it creates that conversation of where now you're hearing my heart.
Love that.
And so really, we're always going to remind you, that's why the podcast is called Imperfectly Married. This isn't about perfection.
Nope.
The goal is just allowing your spouse into your inner world.
Show up.
Just show up
right.
and do it.
Right. Strong marriages aren't built by people who never struggle. They're built by people who are willing to share their struggles. And you don't do that by I'm fine.
Right.
You do that by I struggle with this or I do that. Right. And so your spouse doesn't need the perfect version of you. They simply need you to show up in the version that you are. That's what creates strongest marriages.
Yeah. And just a reminder for our faith friends out there that it's like God never asked us to pretend that we're okay. Throughout scripture, people brought their fears, their frustrations, their grief, their questions and honesty before him.
Yeah.
And healthy relationships grow in the same environment of that truth. So I love this statement. So truth builds trust builds connection, and connection strengthens marriage. So that is just really what the foundation of this is.
Yeah.
This is not about perfection. It's all about just coming together. And let's kind of try to eliminate the phrase, I'm fine, from
or
our
nothing.
lives.
Yeah.
Or what's wrong? Nothing.
Nothing.
So thanks again, friends, for joining us for our summer shorts, Marriage in 10 Minutes. And we're going to see you next week when we're actually going to be talking about assuming the best.
Boy, that's different.
I know. I like it.
See you next time.